This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and I only have one shot at this. I have about 15 minutes until I have to start work, and need to finish this all in that time, so I can get out, early enough. So let's hope that happens. Let's go into Loki's finale review. First off, this is a great episode, and there's going to be spoilers. Probably the best one. Maybe not the best. Yeah, I think maybe it is the best one. I'll need to think back on that in the future. It's definitely a great episode. Yeah, we'll just say for now it's the best one, and it's definitely the best of Phase 4. This definitely being better than Falcon Winter Soldier, WandaVision, and Black Widow. And since there's going to be a Season 2, let's go into this. So, first, we go over really just everything. We go to our Marvel logo with a bunch of different, quotes from the MCU played out, and that leads us, you have to read some more after the logo ends, to the end of time, where we actually see everything going crazy. We see Loki and Sylvie walking up, and they enter in to the citadel of, we'll just say, the one who remains for now, and they confront Miss Minutes, who basically gives them an offer to give them, well, from the one who remains, basically to give them whatever they want, and to their own part of the timeline to rule and live in. And neither of Loki or Sylvie want to go, so really they just continue on and go to confront the one who remains, who we quickly realize, if you've been looking at, cast and details for the MCU, is actually King the Conqueror. And that means, the internet was finally right for once. We weren't having another, Mephisto here, and maybe that's even better since, kind of felt, maybe a little cheap to have all the setup with no payoff. Wonder what you think of that. But yeah, I was really interested, and honestly, I felt like I could go either way between being King or a variant of Loki, and maybe for the series, it could have been a Loki variant, and there is a scene was at least deleted, which is Loki sitting on a throne. Maybe that was put in to throw us off from King's real identity, but who really knows? And I'm honestly interested to see what's going to happen. And, watching, there is not actually not that much action in this. It feels, kind of like the opposite of the finales to both Falcon Winter Soldier and WandaVision, which were very action-packed, and, a lot of battles and everything. But this one was a lot more, like, self-contained. It was mainly them talking to the one who remains, who is essentially, the final version of King. And if it's true that he is supposed to be the new Thanos, the new, big bad of the MCU, then they have such a different and unique way to set him up, because unlike Thanos, where really we were only kind of guessing his goals, we had a good idea, we really got to see the villain in their end game right at the beginning of the phase. that he was introduced in. And, you know, after that, after all that happened, he was then sent off, killed off, and then now his origins will happen, and maybe the final goal of the Avengers, maybe Avengers 5 or 6, will be to prevent Kang from creating the TVA ultimately and once again taking power. And it seems that, like Loki started off the Avengers, he was going to start off this time instead of events that he could cause to really create the end, events that will save the world. And yeah, that was interesting. Loki and Sylvie also kind of, broke up as partners in this, with Loki starting to believe King, or, one who remains, and basically saying that, he believes him, that he's a liar. And essentially, since he's a liar, he knows who a liar is, and he knows that the one who remains is not lying, and he wants to not make, another big mistake that could have devastating consequences, because he's definitely seen that he's caused those, especially, with him basically creating the Avengers, and by that he changed really everything, and also, bringing Thanos to power and letting him be able to become who he is. And yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. Loki is definitely set up to be more of a hero now, maybe more of an anti-hero. Will also be looking out for himself, and Sylvie may be more of, an anti-hero on the side of chaos and wanting just free will to exist, but she isn't really realizing the consequences of her actions, and Loki does. So I think that, yeah, I think a multiverse war is coming. It's almost definitely confirmed, and I can't wait to see where it goes. It's also interesting to see that there's already a new TVA being ruled by Kang created. Who knows what variant it is? I'm guessing it's, the main timeline one. Or also I'm guessing that, the monster from last episode might be destroyed. And I'm assuming there's only one of them in time, since the other Kangs weren't able to use one. And I'm guessing that this is just going to be, setting up Kang as the main villain for Phase 4 and 5 and possibly 6. And this could also lead to secret wars. And I'm interested to see how that happens. I'm excited. I really enjoyed Loki. As I said, it's the best of Phase 4 so far. And really, I'm just excited to see what happens next. And I really wonder what you think of it. Honestly, I am, like I said, excited. I cannot wait to see Loki Season 2, which from what I heard is supposed to film in January from other videos. So it's probably going to be out late next year or early the year after. But I will see you in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please like the video, leave some comments, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. And may the Force be with you.